Namaste, you are welcome to our virtual class run by NPABSAN Kaski. It's me, Prakash Adhikari. Today I am teaching you Social Studies of Class 10, Unit 2, Lesson 1. And then in this unit we are talking about prerequisites of development. Under it we are learning sustainable development. Infrastructure of development, something that is needed beforehand in the development. What brings change in human life, that is called infrastructure of development. Under the same topic, we are today learning sustainable development. Sustainable development means the development which brings the stability in nature or in the human life. If there is the lasting impression, durability in development, that is called sustainable development. Sustainability means that sustains, that exists for a long period of time. It's a die-hard development. And it means that sustainable development brings the newness in the life of people, and that fulfills the necessity of present generation, and that does not undermine the necessities of future generation too. The descendant, our coming generation has the chance of utilizing the natural beauty what we have left here. And then that is about the sustainability. Sustainable development, it conserves the nature. Sustainable development, it conserves the culture. Sustainable development, it conserves the geo-variety and geo-structure, geo-purity, and it is about sustainable development. And here is the definition of sustainable development. Something that lasts long, sustainability, the constant development, durable development, die-hard development, which lasts long, which exists long, that is called sustainable development. And development means dynamic or progressive, that brings the change in one's life. If the change bring newness, easiness and more comfort in the life of the people, that is called development. If the development has the lasting impression, it exists for a long period of time, and it is called the sustainable development. And now sustainable development, long lasting development, sustainable development, durable development. Sustainable development that helps to conserve the ecological balance. It is totally the environmental friendly development. It preserves the purity of the nature, that is the sustainable development. And it is an eco-friendly development, means that it preserves the ecological balance, ecological purity. Such type of development is called sustainable development. And that concept was brought into use in the year 1983 December. And that concept now is the widely accepted concept, means while the development is going on, there we should think over the sustainability and how long it exists. Then specific objectives of sustainable development. Sustainable development firstly conserves nature, and it is totally oriented to the natural beauty. It preserves the ecological reality or ecological balance. It preserves the biodiversity. What are the natural diversities? What are the natural varieties or the diverse features? They are preserved by the concept of sustainability. And environmental conservation means these are our assets. These are our properties. Sustainable development, and the eye on that what focuses on the environmental preservation, environmental conservation, and it goes against the degradation of the natural beauty or natural phenomenon. Rational utilization of the resources means that when the resources available are used wisely, proportionally and rationally, then the sustainability occurs. Sustainability is the utilization of the resources rationally, it means wisely. Then stable economic growth, when we think over the sustainability, it gives the rise to the economic growth. We can increase the national production or the local production as well. And that sustainability basically stresses on the equity of the society. Society is heterogeneous, society is diverse. If we uplift the life standard of the people equally, utilizing the resources available there, if there is not inequality in society, that is called the social justice, and the social justice is maintained by the sustainable development. Social equality and equity, and then society, it is made of different people of different nature, different capability, and different habits and behavior. If we manage them equally, giving the total justice, and then it is called the sustainable development, that preserves, that upgrades the sustainable development. Now, here is the figure that what highlights the equality and equity. And if we provide the equal rights, equal opportunity to all, without considering their previous structure, previous status, previous designation, that's called equality. If we provide the facilities to make the position later equally, that is called equity, samata and samanata. And then there you may see in the picture. And then values and principles of sustainable development means sustainable development visualizes the durable development. Development should be long lasting. So that development should exist for a long period of time. It affects the people and life of them to the time period which is far long. Then restricts over the exploitation of the nature and materialistic life, means that when we are running after money, we are running after the use of the facilities, and then it restricts, and then it discourages the materialistic life of the people, and then over exploitation of natural resources is restricted, prevented by the sustainable development. The resources what we have today, they are to be used by the future generation too. They are for the descendant, for our santati as well. Means whatever we have today, these are the property for our descendants. So we have to preserve them as the property of the future generation. And controls the consumption nature, means that whatever we have today, and then thinking only for the today's benefit. If we are guided by the nearest benefit, that affects the sustainable development. Means that the river, the forest, the soil, they are needed for us for the long time, and then our future generations should use them. We should not compromise its use. And then sustainable use of resources means resources should be economically used, and then we should use them later as well, and then we should leave them for our next generation or our descendant. Study on the bearing capacity of nature while running the development work. Sustainable development teaches us, please measure the capacity, measure the bearing capacity of the earth. Means how much our earth can bear. What is the eventual capacity, bearing capacity of the earth? It should be studied well, it should be learnt well. Then eco-friendly, the development should be ecologically good, ecologically balanced. It should preserve natural biodiversity, cultural diversity of the area. And then meaningful participation of the people. And then sustainable development views on, stresses on the public participation. When there is public participation, the development will be eco-friendly and the development will be durable, and there is the economic use of means and resources of what are available in the society. So sustainable development always emphasize on the proper, rational, wise use of resources. And then we should not go to the materialistic use and then only the consumption nature, means only to use for the day, having the short-sighted vision of using the resources. And then that is the principle of the sustainable development. The nature is our property, environment is our property, we should use it properly. That is the basic concept of the sustainable development. And now goals of sustainable development means the targeted point. And then what is the last point? When we use sustainable development, where can we reach? That is the goals. To conserve the nature means that when we learn sustainable development, we can conserve the natural beauty, natural phenomenon, and then natural purity, and then they can be used by our future generation as well. To prioritize the economic use of the available resources means that what are available in our locality, in our country, they can be used under its economy, mitabei tarikale, we can use it. And then to maintain social justice, I already told you that. And when we run the sustainable development, there is social justice, there is equality, there is equity, and there is not any smell of injustice. All people feel that it is my development, and then I am the part of the development, I am the consumer of the development, and then durability happens in the development. To maintain stable economic growth, when development is sustainable, when the development is long lasting, when the development is durable, then it gives the stable, constant economic growth, and then it does not degrade the environment, it does not decrease the economic capacity of the people, it does not divide the people into different classes. All people feel that it is my development, it is the part of the development, and I aim to contribute for the development. Such feeling may raise in the society. And basically, when sustainable development is launched, it mitigates, decrease the poverty, life standard of the people rise up, and all people think that there is the democratization and there is the liberalization and there is the static, stable and durable development. Now, Nepal is poor country. Then sustainability in development cannot be maintained in society. We are unable to uphold the sustainability of development in Nepal. Why? Because Nepal is poor. when we launch sustainable development, and it needs the bountiful budget. We need to manage the sufficient economic capacity. Then there we will be failure in managing the capital. So poverty is the major cause of lack of sustainability in development. Geo difficulty. Nepal is the country of diverse geo features, and then we have hills and mountains, flatlands, valleys, etc. And to launch the development activities, there is difficulty, because of what we cannot launch, we cannot run the sustainable development. Another point, there is corruption, means that our procedure of running the administration, that is very difficult. It is procedural. We should go through the procedure. So there are so many rooms of making the economic leakage, and the budget allocated for the development cannot be used properly. Corruption is the major cause of the instability in development or lack of sustainability in development. And another is political instability. Very often the governments change, and then one brings the plans, and then that does not have the chance to carry out it, because of what? Then sustainability cannot be maintained in the country. Now, today we learned about sustainability. Sustainable development is the development that is long lasting, and it fulfills the today's need, and then it does not compromise the need of future generation as well. Means it gives the wide room for utilizing the resources properly by the future generation. Whatever we leave, that can be used by the future generation. And then the sustainable development, that is a durable development, that is eco-friendly development. And then sustainable development is static and constant development, and that development, it is corruption free, and then it does not base upon the over exploitation of the nature. So sustainable development is today's need. It is the prime need of the nation, because the development what is made today, and it has the lasting impression for the far future. So that development should, our development should be sustainable. So there are so many difficulties in running the development here in our country, because our country is poor, and here is the network of corruption, and then we are facing the political instability. These are the problems we are facing against the sustainability in the development. Dear students, I ended today's lesson, and then before ending it, I am drawing your attention towards homework. The homeworks define sustainable development. It is durable development, constant development. I think you understood it well. And list out the specific features of sustainable development. Sustainable development, it conserves the nature, it conserves the culture, and it is eco-friendly one, it is the durable one, and then it maintains social justice, it maintains equality and equity in the society, and economic growth can be maintained, and that is made stable through the sustainable development. Sustainable development is difficult in developing countries. Okay. And then here you should write the challenges of sustainable development. Challenges are poverty is challenge, corruption is challenge, and political instability is challenge, and geo structure is challenge, and then concept or mindset of the people is challenge, and then our bureaucracy is a challenge, and then poor planning is a challenge. Okay, in this way I think you upheld whatever I told you in this lesson. I think you understood it well. Now I am ending today's lesson. Thank you. Have a good day.